Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Amr Arifin.
And my name is Muhammad Iwan Al-Farabi.
In this occasion, we would like to present about
Principle of Quranic Studies.
Okay. We move to the first question. First, one way Allah conveys information in the Quran is through oath. Explain the element of oath. The answer: the element of oath are adad al-qasam, the oath tool, al-muqsam bih, that which is sworn by, and al-muqsam alayh, the content or answer of the oath. Next.
And the second is, what are the different types of muqsam bih in the Quran, and provide one example of qasam first. So the answer is, the types of muqsam bih are swearing by Allah, essence or attributes, and swearing by His creation. An example first is wal asri, or the meaning is by declining day, such Quran say in Surah Al-Asr Al-Ayah 1.
And the third, describe the content and themes of the stories found in the Quran. The answer: the content of the stories in the Quran includes tales of prophet or messenger, stories of past nation, and unseen events. Example: creation of Adam, day of judgment. Next.
And then, how are the stories in the Quran revealed, and explain with one example of a related verse. So the answer is, the method of story revelation is either briefly, in detail, or repeated with different focus. An example is Quran Surah Al-Maidah Al-Ayah 20 is about the story of Prophet Moses.
Okay, next. What do you know about the parables or amthal in the Quran? Provide one example. The answer: amthal or parables in the Quran are a way to explain abstract meanings by comparing them to concrete, easily understood things, and an example is Quran Surah Al-Baqarah verse 261 means contain parable of charity. Okay, next.
Then the next is, what are the wisdom and benefits of having parables in the Quran? And the answer is, the wisdom and benefit of amsal is include facilitating understanding of deep meanings, bring the unseen closer to human comparison, and providing effective advice. And the last is strengthening argument.
Next. One way Allah conveys information in the Quran is through oath. Explain the element of oath. The answer: the element of oath are adad al-aqsam, the oath tool, al-muqsam bih, that which is sworn by, and al-muqsam alayh, the content or answer of the oath. Next.
The question is, what are the different types of muqsam bih in the Quran, and provide one example of qasam first. So the answer is, the type of muqsam bih are swearing by Allah, essence or attribute, and swearing by His creation. An example first is wal asri, or the meaning is by declining day, such as Quran say in Surah Al-Asr Al-Ayah 1.
Next. Describe the content and themes of the stories found in the Quran. The answer: the content of the stories in the Quran includes tales of prophets or messengers, stories of past nation, and unseen event. Example: creation of Adam and day of judgment. Next.
And then, how are the stories in the Quran revealed and explained with one example of a related verse? So the answer is, the method of story revelation is either briefly, in detail, or repeat with different focus. An example is Quran Surah Al-Maidah Al-Ayah 20 is about the story of Prophet Moses.
Next. What do you know about the parables or amthal in the Quran? Provide one example. The answer: amthal or parables in the Quran are a way to explain abstract meanings by comparing them to concrete, easily understood things. An example is Quran Surah Al-Baqarah verse 261 contains parable of charity. Next.
Then what are the wisdom and benefit of having parables in the Quran? And the answer is the wisdom and benefit of Amsal is including facilitating understanding of deep meanings, bring the unseen closer to human comprehension, and providing effective advice, and last is strengthening arguments.
Next, list several main themes present in the Quran. The answer, the main themes are Tauhid or oneness of Allah, Risalah or prophethood, Akhirat or hereafter, Ibadah or worship, Akhlak or morals, Hukum or laws, and the last historical stories. Next.
The next question is what is the difference between Qat'i and Dani revelation in the context of the Quran? Qat'i or definite revelation has a single clear meaning, and then the Dani or speculative revelation has a multiple possible interpretation requiring ijtihad or independent reasoning by qualified scholars.
Okay, we move to the next question. Describe the process of how the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad SAW. The answer, the Quran was revealed through Angel Jibril alaihi salam gradually over approximately 23 years, with the first revelation occurring in Hira cave. Quran Surah Al-Alaq verse 1 until 5. Next.
Then what are the prerequisites for understanding the Quran properly? Prerequisites include science, faith or intention, and then purity or ritual ablution, and then understanding Arabic, and knowing asbabun nuzul or reason for revelation, and then referring to trust tafsir, and the last, not interpreting with personal whims.
Okay, next. Mention some methods for memorizing the Quran. The answer, methods for memorizing include reciting with proper tartil or measured recitation, and tajwid, pronunciation rules, consistency repetition, reciting to a teacher, understanding the meaning, and the last, regular murajaah or review. Next.
The next is what is mean by tafsir and why it's important for understanding the Quran. Tafsir is the science of understanding Allah's words and explaining their meaning and deriving laws or wisdom. And it's important to avoid misunderstanding and ensure correct practice.
Next, identify different types of tafsir and provide one example for each. The answer, type of tafsir, tafsir bil al-ma'sur or based on transmission, example tafsir Ibn Kathir, tafsir bil ar-ra'yi based on independent reasoning or ijtihad, example tafsir al-Fakhr ar-Razi. Next.
And then the next is how does the Quran portray the characteristic of the prophet? And the answer, prophets are portrayed as a siddiq or truthful, amanah or trustworthy, and then tabligh or conveying the message, and then fatonah or intelligent, vatians, sincere, and highly devout.
Okay, next. What is meant by ayat mutasyabihat in the Quran? The answer, ayat mutasyabihat are verses whose meanings are not explicitly clear or have multiple possibilities, requiring deeper study. Only Allah and thus deeply rooted in knowledge truly know their certain interpretation. Quran Surah Al-Imran verse 7. Next.
And then provide an example of a verse that describe the attribute of Allah in the Quran. The answer is, an example is ayat Kursi or Quran Surah Al-Baqarah al-ayah 255, which describe Allah as the ever-living, the sustainer, free from sleep or slumber, and owner of all in heavens and earth.
Okay, next, what is meant by laws in the Quran? Provide an example. The answer, laws in the Quran are Allah's regulation for human conduct about its worship to Allah and social dealings with others. An example is Quran Surah An-Nisa verse 11 contains inheritance law.
And then, how does the Quran describe life after death? The answer, life after death is described as a death leading to barzah or the grave, then resurrection and gathering in Mahsyar or the great plain, and then reckoning or hisab, and then weighing of deeds or mizan, and finally paradise or hell.
Next, what role does the Quran play in shaping a Muslim's character? The Quran serves as the primary guide for noble character, shapes an Islamic mindset, and motivates good deeds while deterring evil. Next.
Next is mention several virtues of reading and understanding the Quran. The answer is virtues include great rewards for each letter, guidance and mercy, peace of heart, integration on Judgment Day, and elevate status with Allah.
Next, how does the Quran address social justice issues? The Quran addresses social justice by commanding justice, obligating zakat or charity, prohibiting usury or exploitation, and encouraging charity or cooperation in goodness. Next.
The next is what are the implications of the concept of Tawhid in the Quran? And the answer is the implication of Tawhid or oneness of Allah include exclusive worship of Allah, making Allah the sole purpose of life, liberation from servitude to others, and firm belief that only Allah benefits all harm.
Next, how does the Quran approach the topic of prayer or salah? Answer, the Quran emphasizes prayer as a religious pillar. Specific prayer time teach the importance of humility in prayer and states that prayer prevents indecency and evil. Surah Al-Kabut verse 45.
And then the next is what does the Quran say about the importance of community or ummah? The Quran refers to Muslim as a ummatan wasatan, or a just or a best community, encourage unity, forbid disunity, and promote cooperation in righteousness. Quran Surah Al-Imran Al-Ayah 103.
And then next, how are the stories of previous nations used as lesson in the Quran? Stories of previous nations serve as lesson or ibrah to avoid past mistakes, warning of consequence for disobedience, and reassurance for Prophet Muhammad SAW and believers. Next.
The next is discuss the significance of the last revelation in the Quran. And the answer is the last revelation, often cited as a Quran Surah Al-Maidah Al-Ayah 3, signifies the perfection of Islam and the completion of Allah's favors, with all law having been revealed.
The next, then how does the Quran handle the concept of forgiveness? The Quran emphasizes Allah as all-forgiving, opens wide the door of repentance, encourages mutual forgiveness among humans, and defines acceptable repentance as sincere or taubat nasuha. Next.
Next is what example of ethical guidance can be found in the Quran? The answer is ethical guidance example include filial piety or birrul walidain, truthfulness, keeping promise, fulfilling trust, and avoiding backbiting, acting justly, and guarding one's gaze and modesty.
Okay, next. Then, how does the Quran emphasize the importance of knowledge? The Quran emphasizes knowledge through the first command or Iqra, read, elevating the status of those with knowledge, Quran Surah Al-Mujadilah verse 11, and encouraging prayer for increased knowledge, Quran Surah Toha verse 114. And the last question.
And then the last question is, in what ways does the Quran discuss the natural world and creation? The answer is the Quran discusses creation or heaven, earth, mountain, animal as a sign of Allah's greatness, invites contemplation or tadabbur of His creation, and states that the universe is created with order and purpose. Maybe just this from us. I'm sorry, and my friend, is there any mistake? Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.